This video is focused on the two concepts of overlapping and underlapping. The overlap and underlap are important concepts for all players, but they're especially important for wingers, side midfielders, and left and right backs. So we're going to show it in a 7v7 situation, but this also applies to 11v11. You can see that our team has two forwards that are kind of central. Our right and left back are split wide, and our center back has the ball. The other team, I've put them in a 2-3-1 formation, but this works with against any formation. So, if our center back has the ball, our forwards are the ones who determine whether or not our left back and right back should make an overlap or an underlap. What's most common is an overlap. That's what you see all the time, and that's when the left back goes past the forward on the wing, so outside. So that's called an overlap because you're outside. An underlap is when the left back or side back or whoever it is, right, left back, goes underneath the forward. And so the forward's movement determines which space is available for that left back. So, for example, let's say that the center back plays the ball out to the left back. He's on the left side of the field. He's on the sideline. Now, in this situation, seeing the positioning of the team, it's pretty clear that he can overlap, but he can also try to underlap, but it depends on the forward's movement. If the forward moves towards the center of the field or stays where they are, so if they're in the center of the field, then that means that the left back should overlap this way. But let's say that the forward makes a run towards the sideline, a diagonal run, then that's a sign that the left back can underlap. This underlap can be done with a 1-2 pass, but it can also be done just by dribbling. The left back, because this forward might pull defenders out of the middle of the field, in that situation the left back can just dribble inside. So what's happened is the forward has occupied the space on the wing, and that's opened up space for the left back to underlap inside. This is very powerful because often defenders are just following forwards. They don't think about the space. They don't think about protecting space. So this defender has to make a choice. Do I go with the forward out wide, or do I stay inside and defend the inside space? And if I don't defend the inside space, then that leaves my forward open for a pass, if I don't defend my forward. This also is important for when a forward receives the ball in the center of the field. So, generally we want our defenders, our center backs, not just to look at the wings or the center back, but also to look to play into the forwards. So, we talked about in another video how forwards can drop to receive the ball, and that's actually very powerful. Drop to receive the ball here. Now this player is most likely going to be under some pressure, and this very clearly points to an overlapping situation. The forward has vacated this space over here, and that's how the right back can move into that space and overlap, and the forward can give him a pass into space here. Even if the forward cannot give a pass there, he can give a pass back that can then lead to a pass to the right back. So the forward's movement is the thing that shows the right back whether they should overlap or underlap. Let's say the same situation happens, but instead of dropping for the ball, the forward makes a diagonal run, just like up here, when they get followed. Then that's a sign that the right back should underlap, because the forward has gone out wide and possibly dragged the defender with them. And then the right back sees, this is where my space is, this is where I can make that run. And so that pass can go directly to the right back, Or if the pass goes out to the forward, then the forward can easily just bounce the ball right off into the path of the right back to go in on goal. So these sorts of runs from the back, right backs and forwards, right and left back and forwards should be communicating with each other, not just with what they say, but where they move. And the forwards need to remember that it's their positioning, their movement, that shows the right back and left back where they should go. Right backs and left backs should not be thinking, oh, I just run up and down the sidelines. That's not the case. That is one place that you can go, but you have access to the whole field. And the more open-minded you are about where you move, the better you're going to play. Many times right backs are right-footed, so they're afraid to go left. You need to work on that. Even if you're dribbling with your right foot, you can still cut inside, and that adds another dimension to our team. So this video has been focused on the overlap and the, wait for it, underlap of players.